Well, I can't play it any better myself. Maybe a little better than... Oh. Right, hello, ho, hey, hello, I'm the Space Quest historian, and that is not the sound of my own heartbeat. Although it has been close to 2 years since I started playing this Ultimate Space Quest playthrough series. I was back in May of 2017 when I uploaded the first episode of Space Quest 1, The Sarian Encounter, and now we have come to the end, or well, the final game, that is, of this Ultimate playthrough series, the final fan game, Space Quest -1, Decisions of the Elders by Boston Mixu from Austria. And special thanks not only to Boston for confirming that this is indeed the finished version, but also big thanks to Brandon Bloom, who apparently still had it lying around on his hard drive, even when Boston's own website disappeared and took the game with it, and it was not to be found on archive.org or anywhere else. So between Boston and Brandon, we now finally have Space Quest -1 back on the internet, and it can be downloaded from archive.org. And the interesting thing about this one, and this is why I think it ties such a nice bow around the whole Ultimate Space Quest playthrough series, is that in this fan game, you don't play as Roger, you don't play as Roger Jr., you actually play as Roger's parents. So let's just watch the intro and see where that takes us. Julia, darling? Yes, Jerry? Jerry Wilco. Have I already told you that I love you? Yes, Jerry, about 1,000 times since you proposed to me last Sunday. Am I annoying you, Julia, darling? Well, if you keep calling her darling, I think you will. Not more than usual. Why did I hitch my horse to this fucking ride? May I ask you for a favor, then? Sure, fire away. Could we please finally decide upon a location for our wedding ceremony? You fucking... Jerry Wilco, you said you would leave all decisions about our wedding to me as long as I only decided for the right groom. You. That's a fair deal, actually. That's right, sweetheart. Jerry's a bit schizo, I feel. The thing is, you aren't coming to a decision. This is the 7th solar system we're heading for. Okay, my love, this is the last system, I promise. Satisfied? All right, then. Pleased with your life, you lean back and take one more look at your bride before you cherish another happy dream of you, Jerry Wilco, misfit of the class, wedding Julia, the most incredible girl of the entire academy. Flying in a dustbuster of our own design, apparently. It looks like a little Lego bit. That is not good. What the hell? Several red lights in the ship's console start flashing, and the computer informs you about hull breaches, structural integrity, blah blah, and other technical stuff you never really understood. But there's one warning of the computer which you comprehend perfectly. Abandon ship. Computer, set emergency transport coordinates to the closest class M planet. Apparently Julia's taken lessons from Steven Tyler or something. But yeah, should we go to Impulse first? We can't! The console isn't responding. We have to beam! She's a theatrical gal, Julia, but beaming to an unknown hostile world without food, and would you prefer the afterworld? Unknown hostile world it is, then! Energize! She's quite chipper about this whole dying thing. Wow, the transporter noises sure sound familiar. I'm okay with that. Oh, bollocks. Wow, I don't know if I tolerate beaming well, Julia, but this time my head is spinning like... Julia? Julia? Hello? You shout yourself hoarse. But there is no reply. Pictures of Julia dying in the damaged shuttle are about to bring tears to your blue eyes. Hoping that she has just been transported to different coordinates on this planet, you decide to do what remains to be done. Strip naked, get a fish, rub it all over yourself, something like that. Take a nap? Look for your bride! Oh. Oh, alright. Part 1. Rays of Hope. And then Egon of Hope, and then... No. All the Ghostbusters show up. Alright, so this is a point-and-clicky game, but made in the style, the art style of the old SCI Zero games, Space Quest 3, for instance. And Oh, that is some hauntingly beautiful music, considering that we are in mortal danger and our bride is missing. This is Jerry. He's Roger's dad. He's a bit of an imbecile, I think. It's you, Jerry Wilco, looking for your love. Not on too many wrong places, hopefully. On? Where do you expect her to be perched? Somewhere, maybe. Let's climb the rock. Even though the huge rock is smooth to your touch, you decide to look for Julia instead of sitting on a rock or standing on it in order to look taller. I thought it could be a vantage point. But fine, I'll have a chat with the rock. Don't waste your breath. Fine. All right, well, let us head into this wonderful beam of light. You're setting foot on a little area from where you could look into the sun, or the suns. Who knows, it's an alien planet after all. Ah, so the ray of light will become useful somehow. The single beam of light has found a hole in the canopy. Let's save our game. As this is a Space Quest game, we'll probably die shortly. Bride, where art thou? That's what it's supposed to say. Where are tea? We need more tea. River looks like a brook flowing eastwards. I shall get into it. No, put in this liquid whatever you want, except for parts of your precious body. You never can tell if there isn't some hungry alien fish lurking beneath the surface. Monster. It's true enough that you don't play the piano, except for all my little ducklings. Still, you don't want to become finger food. What? Fine, whatever. I'll have a look through the bush. I will not have a look through the bush. It did nothing when I clicked on it. Fine, I shall proceed eastward and die miserably. You are glad that you have so quickly found a way out of this forest. You've reached some kind of plateau. The cliffs in the east are of unclimbable type. Unclimbable, I say. Also ants. A community of termites. Termindes, whatever, has found the perfect place for its hill, close to the forest which provides food and still in the bright sun. Maybe they want to be my friend. The termites won't answer you. This is not King's Quest after all, and you're not going to eat those critters either. But I'm sure they contain lots of protein. I know of other things containing protein, but you won't swallow those either. His balls. I don't know. Let's go and pick them up. Listen, don't you dare destroy this masterpiece of architecture. Fine. How about this weirdy bamboo-like canes? You remember your grandpa making a fishing pole for you using this kind of plants? You also remember that you didn't catch anything except for a cold. Can I have one? Nope, these bamboo-like canes are almost unbreakable and too short for your plan, if you happen to have one. Foreshadowing. Okay. What happens if I walk through them? Careful, Jerry! Too late! You've already squashed dozens of termites, animal tormentor! That's not good. Do I lose a point? Well, I was at 0 points, so, you know what? I'm just gonna restore, because I don't want to hurt the little termites. At least not yet. Maybe what I have to do is direct them towards this pole thing, because those bamboos were too short. But the termites have built their hill next to this bamboo-like cane. It's obviously not their favorite food, but it might serve as their last refund, because they bought their termite place and are very... You have discovered the perfect place for intimate togetherness. Bit distracted, I feel there, Jerry, but all right, I'll run with it. Unfortunately, you're not alone. You start to miss... Wait. Unfortunately, you are alone. Oh, yeah, that was the whole point of the game. You start to miss your bride. You worry about the love of your life increases every minute. I emphasized that a bit wrong. Your worry about the love of your life increases every... You must find her soon. Fine. Some lilting piano music to go with the heart's worst sorrow. In the center of this cave-like place sits a fire pit. It's surrounded by rocks and filled with cold charcoal. I will have some. You don't need to blacken your hands. Okay, I won't then. I'll have a look at this tree. 2 trees dominate this dark area. What a nice secluded spot. Maybe a pig. Oh, I miss Julia! I miss Julia, the individual! Then pick up the pace and find her. Jesus. Blue leaves. Blue leaves on my shoulder makes me happy. Nope, can't click on them. How about this? There's a hole in the left tree. Perfect home for squirrels and birds and snakes. I think I've got it. No, you haven't. You have missed the best part. But if you don't want to know... I missed the best part? What is it? Tell me! No. Please? Please? Who? Please, Mr. Narrate? Honestly, this whole fourth wall thing can go fuck itself, but I think I've made my point about that clear, so I'm not going to reiterate it. Fine! The knothole has become the home of a tiny, shiny metal can. A former expedition from Earth must have left it here. I will have that can. Thank you. There's a shiny metal can in the knothole. Wondering how it got there? You grab it. That was an interesting point sound, but I'm okay with it. This can might contain shoe polish. Even though you found it in a knothole, the can must have spent some time in the blazing sun because the color of the label has completely disappeared. You can still feel the gravure of the label. That's not a word I'm familiar with, but okay. But due to the lack of contrast, it's way too small to decipher. Intriguing. How about I just rub it on the charcoal? Maybe that'll make it come out. You rub the lid of your can against a charcoal. Whatever. Everything except for the gravure is now black. And it says... You've added some contrast to the lid. Its gravure is still shiny while the rest of the lid is blackened. Unfortunately, you're still unable to read the label because of the smallness of the letters. Now, full disclosure, I have actually finished this game once before, but that was way back in... That must have been 2014 when the game came out, because I remember it sort of showing up. I think Boston may even have emailed me about it, and I played it, and I quite enjoyed it, and I told him good job, and that was the last time I played it. So... I've forgotten most of it. That was a long time ago. Apart from its typical behavior to climb, the climbing plant has produced lovely blossoms. I shall have blossom. The name of the climbing plant doesn't imply that you can climb it, but what about the blossom? No. Well, I'm sick of this piano music and I want to go explore some more. That almost rhymes. Now, instead of stepping on the termites, let us head south. Ooh. Oh, this rings a faint bell in that I was stuck on this screen for an awful long time. See, a vine, which actually looks more like a rope. It stretched from that... excuse me, some brew just caught up with me. Not sponsored. Gotta get it in frame. Actually, the face cam is a bit weird. We just... Ooh. There we go. Now when I lean in, it doesn't look like I'm about to escape the frame or anything. Cool. Well, we can't cut it or anything. Can I climb the tree? Tree feels as dead as a doornail. Can I climb down this? No wall climbing without aid. Fine. I will head back to whence I came. Actually, can I fall off the cliff? I can't remember if if there are death sequences in this game or not. Yeah, well, can't walk off the cliff, so I'm gonna bet on no. Actually, can I have a branch? Yeah, can I have a branch? Yes, the tree is dead. It's very dead. Okay, well, excuse me for trying. Alright, we're back at the forest screen and heading to the west, where... Whoa. This planet is definitely not uninhabited. Seems that someone wanted to cut down this tree with an axe. Obviously, this endeavor has been stopped by a bug of the tool. The handle of the axe must have broken loose. Oh, so that's this thing over here then. This seems to be the handle of an axe. Obviously, its owner got so upset when it was breaking loose from the blade that he threw the helve away. Okay. I will have the blade then. Not with your bare hands! Why do you think the handleless axe is still stuck in the tree? Good question. Can I climb this thing? You don't need to climb this tree. Can I swim? If you'd paid attention during the chemistry fundamentals course, you would remember that touching unknown substances is not advisable at all. But it's just water, is it not? Can't walk across it, I'll bet? No. Can I mess anything up with the roots? Nope, roots are not even clickable. Nice tree someone's trying to cut down. As a lover of nature, you are glad the lumberjack failed. Poor tree. What about this viney thing? One of the many vines in this jungle. Fortunately, it's high enough so you won't get entangled. Rock? No. Is that a piece or bit of sap? Like thick blood, the resin has run out of the wound down the trunk. Can I poke at it? The resin is stickier than power glue. You don't want to touch it with your fingers. Okay, so if I ever need to glue something, then that's what I'll do. Well, so far, I've managed to sort of get a bit stuck, actually. I've got one bit of shoe polish. What is that gonna do? You hold the can with the blackened lid into the sunbeam to create a reflection in the dark background. But it's still too small to read, isn't it? No. Royal wood. It's written mirror inverted, but with your brain you figure out within minutes. Royal wood. That's what this box holds. The termite goodie. I was honestly just clicking randomly. Oh well, it's termite food. Proudly you pocket the can with termite food. Oh, well, that gets us somewhere. So let's feed the poor actually, let's save the game and then feed the poor bastards. Should we smear it on this? Good idea, but find yourself a longer cane. Where would you like me to find one? Is it any one of these? No? Maybe this one? I don't see why. Do you want to throw the termite goodie onto the cane? I'm sorry, but I need to ask you to get a bit closer to this single cane. Okay, so that is what I'm supposed to do for reasons. Am I just being nice to termites? I mean, sure, why not? You open the can and spread the creamy termite food onto the tall cane. Oh, because it's taller than the rest of them. So much for the irresistibility of this expensive pet food. Patience, Jerry. More patience. Here they come. I should Bit of cartoon logic there. Attracted by royal wood. Who isn't? The termites cut down the cane. Fluff. Fortunately, the termites did not eat the whole cane. For them, it's like bread without butter. I shall have it and jam it down my pants. Don't be that lazy, Jerry. I swear I won't bother you again if not absolutely necessary, but please get a bit closer. He's standing 2 feet away. Come on. I'm here now. Okay. Have you ever tried to pocket a cane of this size? No, but I heard of someone who pocketed a ladder and did not complain. That's foreshadowing. All the way to Space Quest 3, actually. But I complain, and I don't care. Fine. Now, color me... No, let's not kill the little termites. Color me intrigued, but I think maybe I can sort of precariously jingle my way across the river. Jingle is a verb, totally. Or at least get the handle. I don't know. Let's poke at it. Watch it sink? No. How about this? You can reach the axe handle with your cane, but both the handle and the cane are too smooth. Your tool keeps slipping off. Think maybe you should take that up with a professional. But maybe I can use it to sort of get the axe handle out. The good old lever rule might indeed help you here, and you learn that this cane is very solid when it was about cutting it down. But for this purpose here, it's too thin. Didn't you say it was unbreakable? I said almost unbreakable. Okay, how about the sap resin? You don't have a gluing, but a hooking problem. Okay. Again, kind of running out of screens to explore here, but... Can I get the vine down with it? This won't unknot the vine. Can I climb? The suggestion deserves a constantaneous. No. People sometimes write me and say, wow, we can't tell that English is your second language. You have such a good vocabulary. And I say, oh, shucks, you're so sweet. What in the fuck? This dude's from Austria, and he's got a very well-developed vocabulary, I must say. I have no idea what the fucker's on about most of the time. The shadow in this area gives the bush a blue color. Can I rummage through the bush? You've just discovered that it feels bushy. Cool. Does it say that everywhere? Yes. Alright, you're just being a dick, aren't you? How about this? Wow, the rocks are extremely rough to the touch. If they were not so heavy, you could collect them and set up a grindstone shop. Oh, can I sharpen my stick, perhaps? This does not need grinding. I need grinding.
Anyway, how is your sex life?
Okay, there's apparently a clover here, which Jerry absolutely loses his shit about. Ordinary, it's a 4-leaf, no, a 5-leaf, no, it's a 6-leaved clover. on 2 stems. A 6-leaf clover with 2 stems? This makes it even more valuable. Jerry's an idiot. Yes, Jerry, if you say so. Can I have it? You don't eat green fodder. Okay, well, back to the drawing board, I guess. Wait a minute. Plants are interesting things, but there's nothing hidden under these 3 leaves. Oh, you sneaky little bastard. Okay, you push the 2 heart-shaped leaves aside. Well, what the hell just happened there? There's a shiny metal object between the plants. Okay, you take the shiny object. Oh, let's just keep us hanging in suspense then. It is a fish hook! With a short line attached to it, evidence that some primitive people inhabit this planet. If they can produce sharp hooks like this, they might be able to produce more dangerous metal tools as well. Maybe axes? I don't know. Also, why are we suddenly an anthropologist? Let's attach this to the... I probably need glue for this. Binding the hook on the very end of the cane, you create a lovely new tool. Or not! I now have a thing. And I shall scoot post-haste and retrieve the other bit of wood, so that I may free this handle from it. Actually, should I put glue on the end of this? I just want to preemptive this. The hook will do for your purpose. Glue would be overkill. Fine. Okay, here we go. You angle for the handle of the axe. The hook at the end of your cane becomes entangled with the stick. And here you go! And here we go. All right, it's a lonesome, dried out axe handle of an axe. Axe handle. Handle my axe. There we go. Pry it out. You put the handle into the stuck axe. Applying the lever rule, you manage to get the axe out of the tree. I'm so glad I learned the lever rule. The handle, however, slips out of the axe again. In case you really want to cut or chop something, you'll have to think of something to solve this problem. Glue. 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 Always glue. You dip one end of the axe handle into the resin. And then I attach this. You insert the gluey helve into the rusty axe. Well done! But it's just a provisional solution to prevent your axe from falling apart. If you want your axe to be ready for use, you will need to fix it even better. Well, I know where to find a vine. So, if we cut down Mr. Vine with the axe, I imagine you could just go like that. Your handle looks fixed, but it's not. You would lose the handle before the blade reaches its target. You pissant. Why can't you just go... I just told you that's a great idea. Alright, so it needs more. Maybe it needs more resin. I'll go give it some more resin. Here you go, chop chop. What? Doesn't need gluing? Fuck you. I'll dip it in the... What? Be honest, you're an ice stock sportsman, right? Or you read it in some stupid sports magazine. Anyway, you put the axe into the water and wait for 24 hours. The dry handle of the axe absorbs the water and broadens. What? What? I wait for 24 hours? Doing what? Great, so the darn axe bird hard is finally ready for use. Yes, if it were not for the rust on the blade. The what? Are you Gee, okay, wait, hang on, I know. The rock circle in the cave that had sort of a grindy thing to it, so let's go and grindy something.
How is your sex life?
Nope! Get around the termites. However frustrated we may be, we do not kill insect life unless they're spiders or ants or... Anyway, we'll kill a lot of insect life later, but right now let's grind this. You take advantage of the roughness of the stones that surround the fire pit and grind your axe. 24 hours, Jesus Christ. So the bloody axe is finally complete now. No, it's not. I'm kidding. You have produced a robust, sharp, handy axe. Congratulations, Jerry. Fuck you, narrator. So now, finally, we can chop down the vine. What is he? He must be hungry. He must be busting for a piss. He must be kind of hoping for a shower, although I guess you could technically go a few days without a shower. Well, some people can. Okay. Using your fine axe, you chop the vine with a single blow. And now I can climb down to this ledge, which leads into... You cannot see anything from your position, but I can. So, well, there's a dark shade behind the waterfall. Might be the entrance to a hidden cave. Well, let us climb it down. Climb me down. Climb it down. I speak good. The vine feels quite stable. It is not. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. About halfway down, the rope loses its structural integrity. Will it hold until you reach the ledge? No. You did it! You've safely reached the ledge! I did not expect it to do that. Saving my fucking game. Actually, if I climb up, will it snap? You're not strong enough to climb up. No, excuse me, I work out! Okay, but the end of that vine looks really unstable. If you want to risk that it breaks, then go ahead, and I'm keeping you off just once. Well, let's see a death then, if they're actually... Okay, it's your decision. Before you stress the vine with your full weight, the auxiliary rope grips. You are now holding the end of the rope in your hand and decide to keep it. Wait, was I supposed to do that? Oh, you cheeky fucker. Alright, saving my game again, heading into the cave. Yeah, what looked like a small alcove behind the waterfall turns out to be a fully grown cave. Bravely you are walking on. It's getting darker with every step. A few more meters and it's gonna be pitch black. The movie? No, the cavern. Ooh, hey, there's a little heart. Oh, god, look at that, a signpost in the shape of a heart. Let's have a peek at it, shall we? What looks like a heart-shaped engraving is actually a flat heart-shaped stone, which is wondrously attached to the rock with your legendary prestidigitation. Motherfucker, you managed to detach the heart, and the mystery of how the stone has been attached are also solved with a chewing gum. A chewing gum? Right! Surprised as you are, you keep the dried-out hard-old chewing gum and throw the beautiful heart away. Excuse me, wouldn't it be wiser to keep the heart instead? If this were a game of wisdom, would you be its main character? Well, so, is this matter argued then? You keep the stone hard gum and throw the heart away. That's a little depressing, I feel, but okay, fine. Well, we have reached... Actually, the music is not telling me that this is a very scary place, even though it is dark and getting progressively darker. But I will indeed save our cave spelunking, I finally used that term right, didn't I, for next week. So please join me for that. That'd be special. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do, but do leave me a comment because, as you well know by now, maybe, probably, hopefully, I do enjoy the comments extremely. Prestigiously. I'm gonna go look words up in the dictionary now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you around the Chrono stream. Well, thank you indeed for joining me on what is now going to be the last Space Quest game I'll play on this channel in the foreseeable future. These lovely people got to see this episode last week. Well, from the time that you, people in the public eye, are watching them. Anyway, they get early releases is what I'm saying. They can also, and you can also, peruse some of these fine videos that I have been involved in. I say fine. They exist, and you can click on them. And you can also go to my Patreon if you're really, really into that sort of thing. You don't have to, but it would be cool.